Hello Leo, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. This reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are welcome. Anybody is welcome who perceives that this reading will benefit them. Thank you all for liking these readings, commenting, subscribing. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I really love doing these readings, and it's so nice to know that you're receiving them and appreciating them. So thank you. Okay, Leo, let's get down to business. In the past, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. This feels like waiting. It feels like every time you make a plan, this is as far as it gets, a plan. It feels very stuck. It feels, okay, you might have been stuck in the past because of some type of financial restraints. It feels like you were in a connection or you were in a situation where it feels like you were dependent on someone else for their finances. So it's almost like, it's like the picture I'm perceiving is like a dog that's on a stake, on a tether, on a leash, a tether, and the tether is staked in the ground. And so there's only a circumference so far that this dog can go because of that tether. And it feels like in the past, what the belief that was tethering you and unable to get past a certain distance to make plans was because of some type of financial restrictions. So it was like, I can't move forward because of these financial ties, because of something I'm dependent on, someone, something. And yeah, it was constantly keeping you in that very stuck space. That's as far as you could go in this passage. I feel like you know what I'm talking about. It feels like a very different story for each of you. But all right, so Leo, in present time, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. This is a very nurturing energy. This is someone who knows how to nurture things into creation. This is like if this person were a gardener, they know just what those seeds, those saplings, those little bits need to grow into something amazing. This person sees the value of something small, like a seed, that others might be like, well, that doesn't have anything to offer. But this person, this Queen of Pentacles, realizes that this is the potential. This person is very good at nurturing and growing potential. Truth. Ace of Swords. There's some type of clarity. This person is seeing some truths around a split, around a connection that does not work. Very unhappy in the connection. A lack of joy. So here's someone who has divine feminine energy, and they really are good at growing things and creating expansion. They bring a lot of truth and honesty to situations, but there's some connection. It feels like someone perceives this, has projected, this is a twin flame, this is a whatever. And so somehow there's attachments to this connection, even though the connection shows up as Four of Wands in reverse. Like there's a lack of happiness here. It feels like there's still this hang on from the past, from something financial restraints that are keeping you small, keeping you stuck to situation, job, people. It's keeping you like a fear of not being able to create abundance and security and stability for yourself. So it's like I'll stay in this connection and pretend that everything is fine and that it works. It doesn't feel like it's really working. I get how this is better than any other option that I have, is the way it feels like it's being viewed, instead of this is the option that I want, this is fantastic, it's like you'll have to do. Looks like whoever it feels like this couple, they've got the universe at their back. It's a difficult situation. It's not happy, but I think we can make it work. We've got karma on our side, and I think that abundance is ours. Wow. Okay. That feels like one layer. It's not the ideal scenario. It's not an ideal situation, and I feel like there's some tap dancing to try to make it work. It feels like this connection, it's not happy. And so we're settling for just, I feel frustration coming up. It's trying to finesse a connection that feels like it's already split, because there are some amazing opportunities coming around work, around finances, something that can be very successful. With that being said, someone's hurt. Someone is feeling very hurt about, it feels like one person is really upset about the other person's actions. It feels like there could be a third party, or there was a third party. There's heartbreak, and it's not creating... It's interesting because we're trying, it feels like a partnership in work, but also romance. And so it feels tricky. It feels like hard to separate out the emotions and the feelings. It feels like there's some mirroring going on here, that it feels like, oh boy, there are so many different scenarios that I'm reading. It is so tricky because it feels like work and romance in one, and I can see why you're coming together, because there are a lot of financial opportunities here. However, the woundedness of working with someone who has really hurt you, and they don't perceive it. It feels like they've hurt each other. It feels like whoever I'm talking about here, you guys have hurt each other, maybe even consciously trying to wound each other romantically. But again, it feels like, let's just focus on work. Let's focus on building finances and stability. Whew, that's tricky. Tricky. All right, Leo. what's hidden is the wheel. This is the second time the wheel has shown up. You've got a lot of fortune on your side. The universe is at your back. Something you've put out is coming back in a fantastic way, and it's hidden. Okay, you have fortune on your side. Someone has been in their emotions. Someone has been very overwhelmed by emotions because someone wants to learn new ways of being, wants freedom, sees things differently. And instead of honoring how, you're feeling this way, it's like someone's taking it personally. That someone wants to learn and move forward and move on. There's this amazing work opportunity here. But it's really difficult to make this work because if we don't work well together, it's so difficult. This partnership is difficult. It's complicated. And there's a lack of healing. And so it's walking around with big open wounds, being very wounded by each other, and yet still being in a partnership. Wow. Okay. Possible outcome this week, Leo, is the Eight of Wands in reverse. A lack of movement, a lack of communication, a lack of progress. Feels stuck. Yeah, I don't know what direction to take. That's a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay. How those cards came out. And then they fell. It's like it feels a bit chaotic. Why isn't this working? Someone is making, it's judgment. It's a final call. Someone's judging the lack of movement, the lack of progress. It looks like each person might be blaming the other. It feels like it could be both people, both partners, blaming each other for the lack of progress, the lack of movement. Oh my gosh, there's so much mirroring. It's like you abandoned me, you rejected me. So what I'm seeing in this couple is there's very little taking responsibility for your own emotions, your own feelings. It's you made me feel this way. So you're giving your power away to each other. Like, you did this to me, instead of, I'm feeling a certain way about how this interaction. Instead of owning your feelings, it feels like making someone else responsible for how you feel. So there's this abandonment, there's this feeling left out, worry about finances. Feels like I'm covering this up, and when we're in public, we're making it seem like everything is hunky-dory. But there's a lot of mental manipulation and lies in that type of behavior. It's very split energy. It's worried about how you're being perceived instead of just showing up authentically. I do see that it feels like what you both want: lasting love. You both want something fair and balanced. Fair and balanced. Isn't that the Fox News? Fair and balanced. But it feels like, just like Fox News saying fair and balanced, that really isn't accurate with the type of news that they create. It is very skewed to one side. And so same with this connection. It's like I'm saying it's one thing, but it's really another. And so it's creating a very unhappy situation because you're having to pretend, you're having to mask the reality of what's going on because you don't believe that there's any other way to do it. It looks like someone's coming clean or someone's seeing the truth about why things aren't working. Wow. And there's whoever identifies as this Queen of Pentacles energy, this ability to nurture things into existence. Whoever embodies that energy, it's like they're creating, it feels like they're birthing a whole new reality. So it feels very new. It feels abundant. But there's something, it feels like the secret is, it feels like the Queen of Pentacles hasn't quite owned her power. And there's an attachment to past toxic connections, past hurts, past woundedness. It feels like attached to being wounded in a relationship. It's being attached to the drama and the emotions and the woundedness that it causes. This is someone who likes the drama of being in a connection with all the, the drama. It feels like might be time to let go of what's not working and focus on the truth. Wow, there's a lot going on here, Leo. I hope this reading was helpful. Let me know by hitting the like button, commenting, somehow interacting with this video so I can grow this channel. I'd really appreciate that. That would mean a lot to me. So, and hopefully you could subscribe if you haven't already so you get more of these readings in your feed. All right, Leo, take care. Have a great week.